I'm delighted to say that on the phone right now we have Amber and Arthur from Cruush. How you doing, guys?
Good, thanks.
Hello, yeah, I'm doing good, thank you.
Thanks so much for
How are
taking
you?
the time. Yeah, good. Thanks so much for taking the time to speak to me here. Excuse me, on amazing afternoons today. And I guess I'm really excited to speak to you because we've had this single from you this week, which I'm very excited about. So excited that when I heard it on the uploader, I immediately sent it to everyone who I knew would dig this. And they were like, a couple of people replied straight away and said, I was going to send this to you as well. So that's a good sign, right?
Oh,
Hey.
yeah, very cool. Sick.
So, if you wouldn't mind, tell us a little bit about the band and some generic, boring questions like how you met. And I know you've been going since, yeah, we've seen singles from you since about 2019. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we started playing together in 2018,
Okay.
and we met in
yeah.
like the most boring, generic way. It was like at a freshers uni event. We wish we had a better story to tell people than that. And then we were in like a few lessons together at BIM as well, and it just sort of we started playing in Amber's bedroom, and then got a drummer, started practicing properly, wrote some really bad songs,
Yeah.
played some really bad things, and now we're finally sort of all right, I think.
Amber, was there a shared interest in influences when you first met then?
Honestly, no. When I first wanted to like start music and start a band, it was more like I was the very like acoustic singer-songwritery, like loved Ben Howard and like Bon Iver and people like that. And then I met Arthur and he kind of introduced me to like other styles of music, and then it kind of went from there.
Yeah, Arthur, what were those bands then that you were influenced by? I guess Shoegaze, just by the style of your music now.
Yeah, and I really liked Blur as well.
Okay.
Blur, Pulp, Suede, 90s shoegaze bands. I sort of made Amber buy some distortion pedals, and then we went from there.
No, it's good. You know, it's very, you know, you get people who are into that genre, don't you? And they very much love that genre, don't they? And they don't sway from it as well. They get very dedicated fans in that genre, and it's great. You know, some great labels, especially labels like Sonic Cathedral over here in the UK. We've been doing a great job of putting out and, you know, keeping the spirit going of true shoegaze, I think. But tell the listeners as well a bit about yourselves. I mean, where do you practice? Is it Manchester? Is that where you're based?
Yeah, we're all based in Manchester. We practice at, do you know, Brunswick Mill?
Yes, I do. I've heard of that. Yes.
We've got a room there, which has been great. We share it with another bands. It's quite small, a bit damp, but
they always are.
It's got no windows or anything, but it's better than finding somewhere random to do it every week.
Yeah. And
stuff there.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what's the recording process normally? Let's take this single, for example. Where was it recorded? Who with? How?
We recorded it on a boat, actually.
On a boat?
We recorded it with Johnny Hooker.
Okay.
So he's got a studio, but like he was renovating his studio. So he had this big barge. Like I think he had it for like 6 months.
In York.
Yeah, in York, and we just recorded it on there.
That's great. That's wonderful. I think this might be probably the first single I've ever played that's been recorded on a barge.
I hope so.
You should stick that on the front of the vinyl if it comes out on vinyl. Yeah. So is that the usual? You know, the way you approach a record, a single, or what have you done in the past when you've been recording?
We've always recorded with Johnny, actually.
Okay.
Amber knew him he was a tutor at college.
Okay.
So we get mates rates, which is one reason too. But no, he's a really sick guy. He does a lot for like up and coming music in Yorkshire and over here in Manchester. He's got loads of nice stuff in his studio. It's just a lot of fun going to see him.
Yeah, that's good. It should be fun in the studio, shouldn't it? Because you get the songs polished to that point, and then you we're doing this for fun and with friends. You know, it's meant to be the best thing ever. You know, and it's good that you're having fun in the studio as well. What about on the road then? Have you done many gigs post-COVID yet?
Yeah, we've probably done more gigs post-COVID than we did before COVID. because we kind of came out of COVID like with like a brand new set of songs, because me and Arthur were just like sending each other Logic demos all the way through the first lockdown. So like, yeah, we kind of came out with a set of brand new songs that we were like a lot happier with, like we liked a lot more. So yeah, we just got quite a few gigs.
Yeah, you tell us about the gigs. Are you playing Hull this weekend? Is that right?
Yeah, we're playing Hull on Sunday. It's like an all-female, non-binary lineup. So that's going to be really cool. It's going to be like one of the first times where I'm not the only girl on stage all night.
Yeah.
Do
you still find that's a big issue, Amber?
I don't think it's not.
Is it still obvious though?
Yeah, it's still obvious, I think, definitely. I mean, there's been like a few times where we've done gigs and like we've been at the venue and the bouncer's been like, "Oh, which band's your boyfriend in?"
Oh, no.
Be like, I'm in the band. But yeah, it's getting better, definitely. But
you see a lot more of the lineup of female, but there's still the like disparity between sound engineers and promoters and stuff like that. It's still way more male than female.
What do you think can be done to address that? I know it's such a big question, but Amber, have you got any immediate suggestions, or Arthur, maybe, from what you've seen in education, because you said you went through college and stuff like that. I mean, is there anything? Was there any obvious barriers or anything like that?
I think like going right back to like primary school, I did notice like the boys were offered like electric guitar lessons and things like that in like year 3, and the girls were kind of offered like piano.
Yeah, there's probably something in that. Yeah,
I don't know if that's anything to do with it, but yeah, I never like started playing guitar till I was like 16. I was always like, yeah, I don't know if that's anything to do with it, but
yeah. Well, I guess we're not going to solve that here this afternoon on Amazing Afternoons, but at least you're aware of that, and you're taking part in this gig on Sunday, which sounds very good as well. And you're doing a big gig in Manchester, is that right? Soon?
Yeah,
yes.
on the 19th.
Yeah.
19th.
Excited about that one, Arthur?
Yeah, we can't wait. It's Yes Basement, which we've played like 4 times since COVID, I
think. Residents.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like the last minute fill-in band for Yes Basement. It was like 2 days before, and we get an email like, "Oh, can you support this band Saturday night?" And luckily, because we've got some great gigs through doing that. We did support New Dad, and we supported Bedroom at Yes Basement. They were both last minute things.
Yeah, they were sick.
Slightly more organized this time.
Yeah, those bands that you like listening to at the moment, Bedroom, are great. I just heard there's a couple of really good remixes of their current single going about as well. I think there's another one getting announced this week as well. But
Working Men's Club,
yeah, the Working Men's Club have done one. What other bands are you currently listening to and you think are really great? Sorry to put you on the spot.
New Dad and Bedroom.
Yeah.
Harpenscraft are really cool. They're like a sort of post-punky band from Manchester. Listened to a bit of Document recently.
In terms of like like bigger bands, obviously like Wolf Alice brought out the third album last year, and yeah, I love Wolf Alice. I'm just gonna say it. I think they're great.
That's cool, man. One of the biggest bands probably of your generation, and I like the fact that their audience is growing with them as well. It's really cool, because I don't think my generation had that band, so I'm quite jealous of that to some extent. What's the plans then in terms of more recording this year? Got plans for maybe an EP or an album or anything like that, or do you just work single to single? What's the plan?
We've definitely got the songs for it.
We've got the songs for it. It's just like funding and money.
Yeah,
it's finding the money for it really. But we would love to do an EP, because we've got so many songs that like are like more like they would fit into an EP better than a single. Like they go with other songs and whatnot. So hopefully we'll be able to sort something out and put out like a body of work.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we said we were going to be doing an EP this year, but then it got to like the end of last year and we were like, we don't want to rush it. We'd rather wait and do it properly.
Yeah, and just keep on crafting your sound and doing gigs, I guess, because now you got the ability to do that. And sometimes the songs take shape when you play them live a bit, don't they?
Yeah, definitely. Especially with one we recorded it like 3 weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
So that will probably be out in 3 months or so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they change a lot. They change a lot live dynamically and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Demos when we make them always tend to be like one wavelength, one dynamic all the way through.
Yeah.
And Amber's like, you need to bring the guitars down in places.
Sometimes it sends me a demo and it's just noise. I'm like, Arthur, I can't. I don't know what's going on in here.
Hey, people love that. People love that sometimes, don't they?
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't My Bloody Valentine didn't do them any harm, did it? You know what I mean? Just basically just blasted the speakers off. Okay then, guys, thanks so much for taking the time to speak to us this afternoon here on Amazing Radio. And next time you're passing by as well, come in for a session or a chat. We'd love that to happen. Good luck with the gig in Manchester and this weekend in Hull, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks very much, mate.